Hello viewers, welcome to the third section of this course, Implementing the Human Resources Application. Topics we will cover in this section include installing the employee directory, timesheets, leave management, recruitment process. Now let's move to the first video of section 3, installing the employee directory. In this video we will learn how to create a new employee, department, job title, employee personal information. Modular approach to human resources. Like the rest of Odoo, the HR application allows you to implement the functionality you need today, and then later add additional modules. This approach makes it much easier to start using Odoo right away to solve specific company needs. The best way to be successful with implementing a system is to plan ahead and implement in stages. Once you are successful at putting one application in place, then you can move on to putting additional applications in place. When you install the base Odoo applications, you get the ability to manage system users, but you will notice that there are no menu options for entering and managing employees. To begin working with HR application, you will need to install the base employee directory application. Go to Apps menu and install the employee directory application using the same process as the previous Odoo applications. After you have installed the employee directory application, you will see a new menu at the top called Employees. Clicking on the menu will take you to a dashboard that displays the employees in a Kanban view. What you may notice first is that for better or for worse, Odoo does not consider users as employees. The only employee that is in the current Odoo installation is the administrator. On top of that, there is no built-in mechanism to automatically turn your users into employees. Let's go ahead first and see how we can add a new employee to our system. Click the Create button to bring up the form for you to begin entering a new employee into Odoo. The only required field in the employee form is the name. All the other fields are optional. Odoo will default the working address to the company address. While most fields are self-explanatory, we will go over several of the more important fields to take into consideration. Department. The employee department is a common way for a company to organize employees. While we currently have Tina assigned to the sales department, we can move her to another department. In our example, we are going to create a production department and assign Tina to that department. Here, we have set the department name to production and set the manager of this department to Tina Robbins. Please be aware that you must save the record first before you can assign Tina as the manager. Also, you will notice the parent department field. This field allows you to create a hierarchical structure of departments for your company. Typically, you will wish to look at the organization chart of a company and take some time preparing the company department structure. Job title. The job title field allows you to manage job titles for employees inside of Odoo. Here, we have created for Tina Robbins a job title of Production Manager. As you can see from this form, job titles are tied to departments. This means, to properly configure Odoo, you would need to create job titles across departments. Therefore, you do not necessarily want to name a job simply Manager. That would make it difficult when looking at the list of job titles to know with which department that manager may be associated. You will notice that there is a place to enter the new employees that are to be expected, and the default value is set to 1. You can also see that the status of this job title shows recruitment in progress as well as a stop recruitment button, which we will cover later in the section. The manager and coach fields in the employee screen can be used to specify any other employees that are already in Odoo. The manager is often called the supervisor in some companies and may be involved in approving the employees' timesheets, leave requests, performance appraisals, and so on. The coach is just an optional field that you could use to specify another relationship the employee has that is valuable to the position. The Personal Information tab on the Employee screen contains the individual's private details pertinent to the HR department, such as home address, date of birth, and citizenship status. The Nationality field allows you to select from the entire country listing that comes preloaded in Odoo. Typically, the Identification Number field would be used for an employee badge. Odoo includes a passport number on the form, which may be required in some cases where a company is required to report citizenship information to the government. If you do decide to enter a home address for the employee, you will be taken to another screen. Near the bottom of the form, you have the ability to specify gender, marital status, and date of birth for the employee. On the HR settings page, the Related User field will allow you to associate the employee with an existing user account in Odoo. Simply select the user from the pop-up list and choose which user you want associated with the employee. It is also possible to add users on the fly by choosing Create from the Related User pop-up. If the employee is not a user in the system, you can simply leave this field blank as we have. Earlier we saw how we can add a department on the fly as we are entering an employee. Odoo also provides a dedicated department dashboard that lets you see and add departments to the system. Click on the Departments link to bring up the form. The default installation of the Employee Directory application comes with two departments, Administration and Sales. We have added the Production department in the previous section when we added Tina Robbins as an employee. Clicking the Employees button on either department will take you to the appropriate list of employees for that department. Nice!